Hey guys, it's Sam, and this is the mid-year book freakout tag. This tag was created by Ellie Jane and Read Like Wildfire, and I was tagged by Books and Big Hair. All their channels will be linked down below. So I'm a little late in the year to be doing this because this is a tag that was going around in June in the middle of the year, but I still have some books from the beginning of the year that I'd like to talk about with you guys. Also, fair warning, I have multiple answers for all of these questions pretty much because I just can't choose favorites. Question number 1, best book so far this year. For a standalone, I'd have to say The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender by Leslye Walton. I've done a full review and gush on this, and I thought it was extraordinary, it was beautiful, and I still think about it. For the first book in an adult series, I have The Final Empire by Brandon Sanderson. I have not yet finished the rest of the series, hopefully before the end of the year, but this was exquisite, and I love all the characters, I love the world building, and it is not overhyped in my opinion at all. And as far as just in general, everything that Leigh Bardugo has written so far in the Grishaverse has been my favorite. So I have read the whole Grisha trilogy as well as Six of Crows, and they are definitely up there in my favorites. Question number 2 is best sequel so far. That is a two-way tie between The Heart of Betrayal by Mary E. Pearson and The Winter's Crime by Marie Witkowski. Both of these sequels completely took my breath away, and they are both part of some of my favorite series, and I cannot wait for book 3 on both of these because they both managed to rip my heart out and stomp on it. Question number 3 is a new release that I haven't read yet, but that I would like to. That's another two-way tie between The Grace Keepers by Kirsty Logan and Uprooted by Naomi Novik. Both of these will definitely be read within the next couple of months. I cannot wait. They are both beautiful, they're going to be magical and mystical, and oh, I'm so excited. Number 4 is most anticipated release for the end of the year. My most anticipated release for the end of the year is Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo, but I've already read this, so it's kind of cheating. The two books that I'm now most highly anticipating are Winter by Marissa Meyer and Frozen Tides by Morgan Rhodes. Number 5 is biggest disappointment so far this year, and that is A Court of Thorns and Roses by Sarah J. Maas. I did not enjoy this one. I really wanted to. I plan on continuing with the series, but just wasn't a fun time for me. I have a full review if you're interested in more of my thoughts. Number 6, my biggest surprise so far this year. Another two-way tie between We Were Liars by E. Lockhart and The Sky is Everywhere by Jandy Nelson. Both of these I'd heard a lot of hype for, and I heard were very heart-wrenching, and I just wasn't really expecting much. I went in with very low expectations, and both of them completely blew me away. Number 7 is favorite new author. This can be a debut or a new-to-you author. I have 3 that I cannot choose between. One is Leslye Walton of The Strange and Beautiful Sorrows of Ava Lavender. The second is obviously Leigh Bardugo because I hadn't read anything from her before this year. And the third is the wonderful Rae Carson, whose first series I have completely finished, and I've read the first book in her brand new series and I've loved every second of it. Number 8 is newest fictional crush. The most recent is Kaz from Six of Crows. But I couldn't pass up this question without also mentioning The Darkling and Nikolai from the Grisha trilogy because Leigh Bardugo writes all of my fictional boyfriends. Number 9 is newest favorite character. I promise that I'm trying not to repeat answers, but to not mention this would be lying. So my newest favorite character is Inej from Six of Crows. But another character I'm absolutely in love with is Kelsier from Mistborn. I also happen to be in love with Manon from the Throne of Glass series. I enjoy her more than I enjoy the protagonist most days. 10, a book that made you cry this year. Those are actually both audiobooks because the narrators did such a good job of really evoking that emotion, and that is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart and 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. Both are heavier reads, and I was listening to them in the car and I was sobbing hysterically. Number 11 is a book that made you happy. The first is Gathering Darkness by Morgan Rhodes because this was the first book that I read this year and I was so excited to finally catch up with one of my favorite series. And for good old-fashioned cuteness, I have Magnolia by Christy Cook. This is a standalone YA contemporary, and it is a southern romance. It's so cute and does not get enough buzz. I absolutely smiled through this whole thing. 12, favorite book to movie adaptation. There hasn't been any this year that I have really liked, but I anticipate that Mockingjay Part 2 will completely rip out my heart. Number 13, favorite video I've done so far this year. I cannot think of one specific video that I've liked more than any of the other ones. I really liked my unpopular opinions tag as well as my Mean Girls tag, and I've also enjoyed every single review that I've done because those are my favorite ones to film, as well as my book chats. So most of my videos really I've been really proud of. Number 14 is the most beautiful book that you've bought or received this year. And that is this beautiful edition of Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. A viewer and friend, Harita, sent this to me because I cannot find these editions anywhere, and I'm so grateful to at least have the first book in this kind of edition. I'm looking to collect the next 2. But this is stunning, it's so beautiful, I could just drool looking at it. And number 15 is books I need to read before the end of the year. At the beginning of this year, I did a video about some of the books that I wanted to get read this year, and some of them I haven't completed yet, so I'll mention those now. I need to finish the next 2 books in the Mistborn trilogy, which I do not own, so hopefully I will finish off some books so I can buy some more books. I've been on kind of like a book buying limit just because I haven't needed to buy books. I've been getting books as gifts for my birthday and stuff this summer, so I haven't bought anything, but I might snap just to get these 2 because I want to finish it before the end of the year. I would also like to finish or at least read a few more books in the Lux series by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I've only read the first book so far, but I would like to finish the other book in this bind-up and then possibly buy the second bind-up and finish those. They're really quick reads, so hopefully I can do that, but I just really wanted to finish this whole series this year. I also wanted to read Eon and Iona by Alison Goodman. I have wanted to read these forever and I just keep putting them off, but they are a fantasy series that takes place in a Chinese setting and there's dragons and magic and it's everything that I want. I just haven't picked them up yet because they're big and I haven't had time. Alright, that is it for the mid-year book freakout tag. Comment down below and let me know what books you want to read before the end of the year. I know we're starting to kind of think of the books that we want to get read and get accomplished before the end of the year, so comment down below and let me know what yours are. So thank you all for watching and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!